Hi everybody, this is Logan Niles, your mom on a mission at Mind Over Mana. So today's pop tip is all about fear. Now we've talked about fear before, but I was reading an article the other day about relationships and how you can often block a good relationship because of fear of past relationships that you have, past instances, the past. And as I was reading it, because of course, when you start a relationship, everything is so exciting. You meet this person, the chemistry is amazing, you have so much in common, you're getting all excited, things are going along really well, you're getting to know each other, and sometimes, bam, something really uncomfortable happens. Maybe they remind you of that last relationship you had or one you had before. There's all these similarities. And then what could start off as a great relationship gets sidetracked into something not so great, and we find reasons to not have that great thing move forward. And as I was reading this article, I thought, yeah, I can relate to that. I've been in that position. But at the same time, it's very similar to when you start out with a fitness routine and you've been struggling with your weight. You've been trying other things. You've had some past failures. You've had some things that you've done where things didn't quite work out. Things started well, you had momentum, you were excited, you were going to the gym, you were working out, and then maybe you had an injury or life got really busy, you get sidetracked, or you get that voice in your head that's saying, well, it works for a little while, but can I keep going? Maybe your body starts to change and you get a little scared about those changes because you're heading into territory that's not familiar with you. Or you can start out really well, things are going great, but then your friends start getting a little uncomfortable because maybe they're not ready to change. Maybe your spouse isn't ready to change. So they start to resent some of the changes that you're going through, just like some of your friends can resent when you're in a new relationship because you're excited, you're happy, you have all these great things happening for you, and maybe that's not the case in their lives. So it's really interesting, that correlation between when you're starting something new and you've got that momentum going and things seem to be going really well, and that self-sabotage, that part in your brain that goes, ooh, wait, maybe this isn't good as I thought. Maybe I shouldn't work so hard at this. Maybe everything everybody's telling me about what I should want and what I should do and what I should be, oh, maybe they're right. Maybe that voice in my head is right. Well, it's pretty tricky. So the good thing to do is stop for a minute and ask yourself, where is that coming from? Maybe time to pick up a mirror, look yourself right in the eye and say, let's have a conversation about what is really going on. Is that fear legitimate? Is it based on something true? Is it really based on where you're going and what you want to do with your life and who you want to become? Because that's the most important thing. We can have these wonderful things happen in our lives, but we have to be really honest about how committed we are to making those changes, how committed we are to making changes in the face of opposition, opposition that we give ourselves and opposition from the people around us. So that's usually a good time to stop and have a good conversation with yourself and figure out, okay, how much do I want this? How much do I want this amazing relationship? Is it worth pushing through my fear to figure out exactly where I want to be, who I want to be, who I want to be with, and then how do I make sure that I fight for that? Because sometimes you really do have to fight for things. You have to sit down with yourself and say, self, I want this. So yes, the gym is going to be hard. Getting up early to go to the gym if I have a busy day is going to be hard. Not saying yes to that piece of cake at Thanksgiving, even though I've already had a slice, might be hard. And my cousin is saying, oh, go ahead, have another one. It's the holidays. Sticking to your guns and knowing what you want and being clear about that and fighting for it is really important. Because in the end, you are your best champion. And in the end, you're the one that has to live with yourself. Whether you pass on a great relationship, whether you say yes to it, all of your choices in your life are based on what you do, not anybody else. So give yourself permission to be strong, to be brave, to stick to your guns and say, I'm going to do this. Whether the people around me agree or not, or whether that person thinks I'm amazing or not, I have value, I'm incredible, and this is what I'm fighting for. So this is Logan Niles. I'm your mom on a mission at Mind Over Mana. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you again. Bye-bye.